This is the Iron Trader, and this is Midday Trading. Today we're going to stick with the old energy theme. We're going to look at the big oil ETF, XLE, and we're going to look at the one-to-one ratio with crude ETF, USO, and then we're going to look at the gasoline ETF, UGA. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell a stock, commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, first of all, here we have XLE. This is the big oil ETF. Now, I've posted this many times. This is one of my favorite ways to trade all the big oil. This has Exxon in it, and Mobil, and Chevron, Schlumberger, and this pays about a 3.5% dividend on this ETF, okay? So let's take a look here at the chart because this is going to be coming into play here very, very soon, going into summer driving time frame, Memorial Day, 4th of July, and all the way through hurricane season, end of September. Okay, one thing I do want to show you here real quick is, see how we have a low right here, okay? And then we have a low here on the RSI. We have even a lower low, and we have a higher low. We have a lower low, and we have a higher low. Positive divergence going on here. Same way here with the MACD. Now, this is showing your momentum where you have the low, okay, lower low, and then see how nice this is rising up. That's giving you a positive divergence here on both. So you always want to take a look at that, check that out, make sure that gives you anything that give you a little bit of an edge. Okay, let's look at the downside first. Well, what we want to do first is look here at the 50 SMA. This is going to be key on a closing basis. So what do we have? 83.34. That's what we have on the 50-day. Right below it, we have 82.37. Now you can see this 21-day, how nicely it's been holding all the way through. So 82.37 would be your next target level. Now again, if that is lost, then we'll just follow the candles. All right, so you have 81.88. We have 80.68. We have 80.22. You have 79.48. And then your big retest out here is 78.98. So, but again, what you want to watch is that 50-day and that 21-day. That is going to be very, very crucial on the downside. If that's lost, we follow the candles down, and your big test is 78.98. Now, here on the upside, well, we got a little ping pong action between the 50 and the 28-day. So here's your upside, 83.71. That's what we want to watch. Now, if we get above that, we look to the top of today's candle at 84.18, and then we have 84.89, which is your 200-day. We have the price channel, which is 85.16, which is basically this candle right over here. And then we have your 100-day above that at 85.40. So those are going to be your key resistance levels, your 8-day, your 200-day, your price channel, and your 100-day. Now, again, if you can get above that, this is going to be the target up here at the top of this candle, which is basically 87.11. If you can get above that, then we'll come bring this price channel across, and we look at this candle, which is 87.68, and then we can follow the candles all the way and up. But this is the candle you want to watch. This is 89.75. There's your gap, and then we look to the bottom here, 89.95. There's your fill. So we have your gap, your fill, and then we can look to the top of this candle, 91.98, and then we have 92.56, and then obviously your big retest here is 93.69. So now we know where we're going to go if it sells off to the downside, and now we know where your big target is here on the upside. But again, just a quick recap. On the bottom, watch that 83.34, 50-day, and your 82.37. Very, very key levels of support. Upside, that 8 SMA, 83.72, your 84.49, your price channel here at 85.16, and then your Hondo at 85.40. Okay, so that is going to be key. Now, one thing I do want to show you here, when you look at this chart here, see where we have left shoulder, okay, head, right shoulder. Okay, so when you take the neckline of this and then you subtract it here from the 78.98 and you flip that over, basically there's your target right there, 93.69. So we got to see if that's actually going to play out here or not. But again, that's a left shoulder, a head, and the right shoulder. So you always want to look for anything kind of a patterns that you possibly can, just like this positive divergence going on here. Okay, let's take a look at the USO. All right, here we have the USO. Now, the USO is basically an ETF you trade, but it's a one-to-one with crude. Okay, so whatever crude is doing, USO will be doing. Okay, so I usually trade the UCO, which is a leverage fund, gives you 2 times leverage. But this is one also that you can use, and this trades 24 hours a day. Now, I don't know how much volume it does in the middle of the night or anything, but again, this gives you another option here if you want to say, hey, I just want to go long something without too much risk going on. So let's look at the downside first. So what we want to do is look at this 50 SMA. You're looking at 68.53. If that is lost, we'll come to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 68.12. Then we come to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 67.19, and then we have 66.85. If that is lost, we'll come right over to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 66.28, and then you can follow it all the way on down here. Okay, so when this price channel is moving up, it's actually picking up the bottom of that candle right there on the price channel. So we got to see if it's going to flatten out or not. Okay, so again, quick review. You want to watch that 50 SMA here. That's going to be key, and then we can just follow the candles all the way down. On the upside, we want to watch that 21-day. So you're looking at 69.35, and then right above it, we have that 8 SMA here at 69.80, and then right above that, you have that 70.31, which is your 200 SMA. Now, again, if you get above that, we just follow these candles up here. You have 71.99, but then you want to watch that 100-day at 72.53, and then your retest at 73.19, and that is your price channel level right there. Now, again, if we can get above that, then we just go to the next price channel, which is this candle right here, okay? Sitting at 74.21. And then we just follow the candles here all the way on up, okay? So you already got 76.09, and then we can come up to this price channel. You got 72.59, and then we come up all the way up here to this top. You have 80.27, and then we have 81.98. Look at your big retest up there at 83.29. Now, again, that's if oil, keeps on moving up. But what you want to watch key today on the upside is that 21-day, that 8 SMA here. Okay. Oh, I got a little bit out of character there. Okay. And we want to watch that 200-day at 70.31. Very, very crucial. If you can get above, you have your 100 SMA here, and then we have your price channel at 73.19 here. But overall, this is a one-to-one leverage there on crude oil. Okay, now let's take a look here at a chart that we're going to go side by side, USO and crude oil. Okay, here's what we have. We have UCO and we have crude oil here side by side. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. So you can see how the charts here on this is USO. This is what I trade here. You can see where the charts here. See where your 50 SMA is here, your 21-day. Now you look here on the UCO, it's not the same, okay? So this is when you have a leverage because these rebalance every day and you don't get the same vibe like what you have going on here with the actual commodity here. But what I want to show you here is, let me type this in here on USO. Here we have USO, okay? So this is a one-to-one relationship here with the old crude, okay? So when you look at this, see where the 21-day is, okay? We see where the 50 SMA is here. All right. See, same thing here. See the 50? See the 21-day? The difference between the USO and the UCO. Completely different. Okay. So if you want to trade the identical pattern, okay, look at those bill charts here. They're just about identical. Look at all your SMAs. Everything is very, very simple. So if you want to make a trade one for one, USO is the ticket for you. Okay. Now let's take a look here at the old gasoline. All right, here we have gasoline, okay? So this is an ETF, but first thing I want to point out to you is always look at this volume, okay? So this does not do a lot of volume, so you're not going to go in there 20, 30, 40,000 shares, okay? You're going to go in there and maybe say 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 shares, something on that order here for a longer-term trade than what you are, okay? So just always remember that, always watch the volume. So what we have here is we want to watch on the downside. You want to watch this key level. This is that 200 SMA here. We're sitting at 64.28. And then right below it, we have a lot of support. You got 63.65, your 21 days curling up 63.03. And then we have your 50-day at 61.93. So everything is a lot of good support levels right there. Now on the upside, you want to look at today's high, that's 64.75. Then we'll come up to the top of this candle. You're looking at 65.42. And then your big retest here is 66.60. Okay, now, again, if you can break through this 66.60, then we'll come right over to the top of this candle here. Okay, what do you have? Then you have 66.64. Now, there's a lot of gaps here, okay? So gaps are like a magnet to a fridge. They'll always try to get there, okay? So the gap on this one, you have to look at 68.66. That's your high. Look to the bottom here. That's 69.40. And then we'll look up to the top of this candle. You look at 71.30. And then the bottom of that candle is 71.62. So you have a lot of gaps, two gaps and fills. And then you could work your way up here to 76.08. Now, when you look at the chart here, you say, okay, well, this is towards June. But look how this ran up here, okay, in that time frame, all the way down from 55 and change all the way to 76 here into September. So that's a really nice, good, 20-some point trade just by holding the gasoline ETF. So always keep that in mind. So again, the key is cross above that 66.60. Then we can go ratchet all the way up to a possible retest here. On the bottom, we have just a lot of support here. 64s, 63s. So this is a lot of good support here. So this looks very, very bullish because what we have here is you have a low, a higher low, and a higher low. Okay, see how that is? See, that all works out very, very nice. So when you see a pattern like that, that's usually a good reversal. The key is going to be a close above that. Then we can ratchet up higher. Okay, that's what I got for you on midday trading. We have the XLE for big oil. We have the USO, I should say, for one-on-one, UCO for two-on-one leverage for crude oil, and then we have the UGA for the gasoline. Thanks for watching.